first finger, A sharp, F sharp, A sharp, A natural, F natural, A. We're going to do the same thing with the third measure, except when we get past the G, we go to the B. Normally in this guitar position, I would actually just hinge it. What we're going to do is third finger for the E, then fourth measure, D, B, G, B, D. So with the second line of In the Hall of Mountain King, we have kind of like a five-note major run. Now, why I bring that up is you're going to see that in so many different pieces. So you better get used to it, and you'll see it in a lot of stuff. So in this case, we're on B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp. Now once we get to the F sharp, do first finger on D sharp, then F sharp. Now we can do open G back to D sharp and measure 2. Over the second line, and then back to F sharp, D sharp, F sharp. So that line would go. For the first half of that line anyway. You could do the 5th fret, but I'm not going to push it on you. So we have the 3rd and 4th measure of the second line. It's the same idea, but a quarter note there, and a quarter note on that F sharp. And then we just stay on that 4th fret. So the easiest way to memorize F sharp is 4 on 4. So the whole second line. So with the third line, that's going to be much like what I talked about finger patterns that you should know. Is this one's be a minor run. So we have 1, 3, 4, 1, 3 fingering. It's something you want to kind of take to heart to know. And what we're doing is we're taking the very first line and bumping it up an octave. So we have our first finger on E, F sharp, and now the book recommends open G. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to do my 4th finger on the 5th fret of my 4th string. E, F sharp, G, A, B. B is 4 on the 3rd string. And then much like I did G the other way, I'm going to put my pinky back down. Why? Because it's going to sound better when I do the first 2 measures of the 3rd line. That's why we're going to go ahead and do that instead of, because I don't like the timbre of that. And it's not asking that much more of you guys. So B, G, B, A sharp is going to be 3 on 3. F sharp, we talked about 4 on 4. A sharp, A natural, F natural, A. Those first 2 measures again of the 3rd line. Okay, now we're going to talk about measures 3 and 4 of the 3rd line. Same idea, E, F sharp, G, A, B, G, B, and then I would do my pinky for E, which is 5 of my 2nd string. So what I did is E, F sharp, G, A, B, G, B, E, my middle finger on the 3rd fret D, 4th fret B with my 3rd finger on the 3rd string, G with my pinky, B with my 3rd, middle finger D. Now you might ask why I'm wanting to do that is no one's really gonna go, not in a melody, it's not, you're never gonna really play it like that. So why learn something you really can't apply later on? That is something you will actually use later on. So this is the whole 3rd line. much like in the higher position of the third line, instead of going what they recommend. Which you can do. One thing that we've been doing the fretted B the whole time, so why not do that, because it sounds, you know, better, and melody runs, in my opinion. So third finger on the third string B, which is fret 4, B, C sharp, D sharp, which is fret 4 on string 2. So it's B, C sharp, D, my pinky for the 5th fret E, and then my first finger for F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G, D sharp, G, F sharp, D sharp, F sharp. Guess what? That's the exact same for as the first measure of the 4th line. So we have and dun dun dun. Basically, it's going to be the same idea as line 2, just a whole octave higher. So this is here the whole 4th line. And here we are now at the 5th line, which you can jump back to first position because you have time from the rest from the line above. And then we're gonna play much like we did the very first line, the chromatic line, measure 3 of the bottom line. Guess what? That's the same as the top. And then the only difference is we have D sharp with fret 1, B, G, F sharp, open E. Whole bottom line. Now the last part was a G, B, and an E, all played in unison with I, M, and A. So rhythm counting wise, as far as the last measure, 1 and 2.